guys, what's up? Misia and you're watching CC Bookish, and today I'm coming at you guys with my August wrap up. So it's actually 31st, so it's the last day of August. But if you guys did not know, I'm taking part in the reading quest, and I'll leave that video link down below. But it's basically a month, like a month-long reading quest from Sunday, August 13th till September 10th, Sunday, September 10th. So it's about a month-long readathon. So I've been taking part of that, and I think I'm doing pretty well. So because I'm taking part of that, I'm not going to go too in-depth on those specific books that are for the readathon, but I'm going to kind of like mention them so you kind of know how well I'm doing. And then I'll probably do like midway the reading quest update, just so you guys kind of have an idea of what I'm doing, because I love watching updates. Just like a quick side note, would you guys be interested in like me vlogging? Because I've like wanted to vlog forever, but I was like, no one's gonna watch that because who cares about your life? You don't do anything. But I still want to vlog. Like, my life is like so interesting. You can watch me listen to audiobooks while I crochet, right? Like, that's fun, right? Okay, yeah, no, probably not. Okay, well, I've been talking too much, so let's get started with the actual wrap up, which you guys came here for some reason. So I read a total of 11 books this month, and I'm in the middle-ish, started 2 other books. So the books I read before the reading quest, readathon, I'll start now. And the first one is The Blood of Olympus by Rick Riordan. This is the final book to the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan. This is like the sequel series, or the series following the Percy Jackson series. If you guys don't know, I absolutely love these books. That first book got me out of reading slump, and I know some people don't like it, and I'm so sad, but I love these books so much. If you guys have not read the Percy Jackson series, it's about this kid at 13 years old. He realizes that he has ADHD, and he realizes that something is different about him, and he's eventually found and taken to this camp called Camp Half-Blood, and there he realizes he's the son of a god, and it's like he has to go and save the world. And if you haven't heard the Percy Jackson series, I'm genuinely surprised. Like, go read it so you can come read this, because these are stunning. The next one I have is The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid. Holy I forgot to mention I gave that book a 5 out of 5 stars, but holy, like, everything, this book is one of my like new favorite books of all time, and I'm gonna link my review for this because all I did was gush for like 10 minutes, and this is just such an amazing book. If you have not read it, go read it. This book follows our main character who named Nemesis, and she is a diabolic, which basically means she was a person created to protect a single person, and that's her whole objective in life, is to protect that single person. But when like the person she was made to protect, Sidonia, was asked to go to this kind of governor's house to live there for a while, Nemesis realized the only way that she can protect her is to go in her place. So now this diabolic, who is a machine made for killing, has to like go through this like political entrail, and like she has like this oh my, it's just so good. Just like, please go read this. I feel like I've been really into like books with like fantasy books, but like that have a political aspect to it. I think like that's my spirit animal right now, or spirit book, I guess, because they're just like, I'm in love with them. So if you guys have not picked this up yet, go check out that review and tell me you don't want to read it, because I don't believe. The next one I have is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I read Fangirl my freshman year in high school. I'm about to be senior, so maybe almost 3 years ago now, maybe 2 years ago now, right when I first like got into what it's book to. And I enjoyed Fangirl. It wasn't like my favorite book of all time, but I enjoyed it pretty well. And one of my favorite parts about Fangirl was actually the little inserts of the fantasy novel that she was writing, because she was a fan fiction writer for like a Harry Potter-esque world. So I really wanted to read this book, but I found that it came out in this new paperback edition, so I picked it up. And it's basically these 2 guys, and they're like, it's kind of like a Harry Potter, I guess you can call it like a Harry Potter retelling, but like a very loose Harry Potter retelling with like a male romance. And I thought this book was cute. It was not like the best book I've ever read, but I enjoyed it. I think I gave this like a 3 out of 5 stars. The next one I have is like one of my favorite books of all time. If you guys have not checked out my last like couple videos, you don't know how much I love this series, but if you have, you know what I'm talking about, and that is Golden Sun by Pierce Brown, the second book in the Red Rising trilogy, and I love this trilogy so much. I haven't even finished it yet, and I'm like in love with it. You're gonna see what I'm talking about in like a couple of minutes, but just like I'm in love with it. But this story, the first book, Red Rising, follows our main character, Darrow, and he is of the lowest caste system because this is a caste system world. And the lowest caste system are the Reds, and the highest caste is the Gold. After something tragic happens in his life, he undergoes a transformation to become of the highest caste system, a Gold, so that he can attend the institute. And in this institute, they have to, and like I don't want to ruin it, but like what it says is that you fail this institute, you die, and it's literally like how it was described to me was the Hunger Games. I think that's honestly one of the best ways to describe this series, but it's so much more than that, because on top of like it just being an amazing fantasy novel with just so much gore and like just people just killing each other ruthlessly, which like for some reason I love because I'm obviously a sick freak, but it's just so much more because then like this has this political spin on it because Darrow's going for revenge and it's betrayal, and it's just so I don't just can't go read this, please. Like I don't understand why I waited so long to read this, because I know when like Sasha from Book Utopia and Tasha from Tashopolis were talking about it, I was like, oh yeah, that book sounds good, but I never picked it up, and I regret doing it now because I could have read this so long ago and I could have been in love with it then. But just go pick this series. I'm in love with this trilogy. I haven't even finished the third book and I'm just already in love. I was reading it like 4 o'clock in the morning. Like I tweeted about it so much, and like I was crying at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was 30 pages in. How do you cry at 30 pages into a book? And I was just okay, I'm gonna stop talking about this because it's been like 3 minutes, but just go read this trilogy. I think it's literally one of my all-time favorite trilogies. Obviously I gave this a 7 out of 5 stars. These were all of them for before the reading quest started, and like I just want you guys to know, like these books, like I had a quality reading month this month, and this is not even all of it. So getting into the reading quest books, I don't want to go too in depth with them because I don't want you guys, like I'm gonna like do a separate video on them. I don't want to be redundant, but I'm gonna like just tell you guys the name and a little synopsis of it. But this first one is Queen of Hearts by Colleen Oakes. This one completed the challenge of read the first book in the series, and this one is basically Alice in Wonderland retelling of the Queen of Hearts. The next one, these are completely out of order by the way, I just want you guys to know because I ordered, what is that? The next one I have is The Bad Beginning by Lemony Snicket. Yes, this is a different cover from the one I hold. I went to a thrift store and found this for $1, so I was like, you know what? And it matched my other ones, so don't judge me. It was really cute. I watched a Netflix series and it's pretty much the same thing, but I'm gonna continue reading the book. The next one is a part of the series I really enjoy that I feel like doesn't get enough like mention on BookTube, and that is Witch's Pride by Josephine Angelini, and this is the third book by the Trial by Fire trilogy. And the first book follows our main character, and she's allergic to absolutely everything. She's constantly getting sick, and just a lot of stuff is wrong with her, but she accidentally ends up traveling to this alternate universe where she is the most powerful witch, and it's just awesome. Like, does that not sound good? Like, what if like you're like sickly in this world, then you find out you're just really powerful, and that's just how your power like just lives inside your body? Like, how do you? And this was like a great conclusion. I love this. Okay, this quality book here. Okay, next one I have here is The Princess Saves Herself by Amanda Lovelace. This is the, I guess it's like kind of like a modern poetry. It's kind of like on par with Milk and Honey by Ruby Carr. I did not like this. I'm gonna get more into why I didn't like this. I didn't hate it either, but I just like it was okay. Gemina by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. Yeah, Amy Kaufman and J. Kristoff. So I have a couple little sticky notes in here, nothing crazy. I enjoyed this more than I enjoyed Illuminate. And if you guys don't know, I wasn't the biggest fan of Illuminate. Overall, this was a pretty good book. It was like, you know, I'll continue on with the series. It was pretty good. This one completed the Potions one, 2 authors. This one completed the challenge Read a Poetry Collection, and this one completed Magic, and this one completed this like my free space. I don't know why, I just felt like reading it, but sorry I forgot to say all that. This next one is also a companion story. So these are the Tales of Peculiar. If you've read Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, you would know what this is, but these are like short stories that are set in the world by Ransom Riggs, and I really enjoyed the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children trilogy. I thought it was really cute. The last book that I actually finished this month, and it got completely water damaged because my water bottle is actually trash. Like, this is my water bottle, right? I don't know if you see it in videos, I probably edit it out, but like this top like comes up so easily, so I have it in my bag like a retard. I keep putting it in my bag, and I was just like, and it pops open and it spills over all my books. It happened like when this one got damaged in the water, and mind you, I love this book. I was so upset. It like pooled in the bottom of my bag. I had to get a towel and squeeze it out. I was so upset. But this is Never Night by J. Crystal. I really enjoyed this book. This book follows a girl and she goes to the school for assassins, and that's pretty much like all you need to know. But it's really good, really gory, and I love this book. Like, it started off and I was like, okay, yes, I'm gonna love this. And the last two books here are books that I'm currently reading, and that is Morning Star by Pierce Brown, the third book in the Red Rising trilogy, because I obviously haven't talked about Red Rising enough because everyone hasn't read it. So, I am 89 pages in. Do you see all these stickies? I am 89 pages and I have this many stickies. This book is my baby. Servo is mine. I claim him as my human. I love him. He is my person. Yes. And last I have is A Brief History of Seven Killings by Marlon James. This explores people in like the Jamaican ghetto, and I don't really know like the plot of the story, but like that's pretty much all I know right now. I don't know how far into it I am because it's like strictly audiobook, but I'm like on part 6 of 24, so like I guess I'm like not that far in, 23, but it's like yeah, pretty decently in. So I'm like, so that was pretty much it for my wrap up. I read a total of 11 books, and I'll talk more about them in about a couple days time. Okay, so what was like your favorite book that you read this month? Tell me if you read any of these books that I read. Tell me if you read Red Rising. Please tell me someone has read it because I need to talk about it. They're great. Anyway, if you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe down below. My name's Sierra. You're watching CC Bookish. I'll see you guys later. Bye.